The Partial Breakaway Podcast with your hosts Nick and Junior and producer Vince, bringing you elite fantasy hockey information to help you win your fantasy leagues and win at life.
Episode 108 of the Partial Breakaway Fantasy Hockey Podcast. Forward Rankings is on tap. This episode, I am Junior. To my right is Nick. To his right is Vince. And we will tell you who you should draft as forwards and in which order. Because, we all agree.
We don't actually agree, and I think this episode is going to be very interesting because we don't agree. But
what do you mean? We all think William's going to get 45 points. No, isn't that what we said last episode?
Episode 107, guys, defensemen. We disagreed on certain things there, so go back and listen to our episode. It was actually a lot of fun. This is going to be even more fun because this is our forward rankings. We're ranking 100 forwards in the NHL for the upcoming 2025-26 regular season. We base everything on goals being worth a little bit more than assists.
Yeah.
And we are also basing this on recent news, all kinds of expectations, projections. We're using our crystal balls to come up with this stuff. But more than all of that,
Judy, where could they get this list if they wanted?
They can email us. They can at partialbreakwaypod@gmail.com. They can also follow us on the social media and DM us on Instagram at partialbreakpod, on X at partialbreakpod, and on TikTok at partialbreakpod. If they don't have time for whatever reason to listen to all the episodes and the whole length of them, they can catch some clips on our socials as well. And other news they can find on our socials is how, when, and why to join our listener league.
So our listener league, basically, first year we're doing it. We've been going through this every episode, and we'll keep on going every episode to explain to you guys exactly what we're doing. And basically, it's a listener league. You dress 2 centermans, 2 left wingers, 2 right wingers, 2 defensemen, 1 goalie.
all under 35 million.
All under 35 million. So if you thought you could dress McKinnon, Draisaitl, and Kucherov, well, you cannot do that. So basically, you got to keep your salary under 35 million or at 35 million. The catch about this league is that it's not I make my lineup once and I'm done for the year. Every week you can change your lineup
If you want.
You
don't have to.
You feel happy, you put happy players. You feel upset, you put angry players. It is all up to you. You don't have to be an expert in fantasy. You don't have to be number one GM. It's couch GM. You do it for fun. The cost $15 US to join on Fantrax. The points are cumulative during the whole season, and once that's done, after that, top 3 guys get a prize. Once we get our registrations, we'll go more into details. So far, we have 30 teams registered. You can have multiple teams if you want. So if you want to register 3 teams, it's not a problem. The only thing is, to register second and third team, you just need to message us in our social so we can add those teams for you individually.
And having multiple teams will allow you to use multiple strategies. So if you're not convinced on one strategy, then you can use a different strategy with your other team.
And if you want to know who the angry players are, well, we're going to be discussing who the angry players are when you're in an angry mood.
Like maybe Kirill Kaprizov.
Oh,
Did you take your pills today? Is there like an angry, happy imbalance?
I took the
That's a different type of happy.
Speaking of blue, there's a guy who really flew up our rankings.
Hold on, before we get to the rankings now, because I need to understand this blue pill and how it works.
No.
No, hold on. Slow down.
Go on, Nick.
Guys,
Breathe.
think of it as our listener league is like daily fantasy. If you've ever played daily fantasy on DraftKings, promo code THPN, you could go ahead and play daily fantasy on DraftKings, or you could come to our league and play kind of a daily fantasy pick'em league, where every week you could change your lineup, or you don't have to if you don't want to. So it's as involved as you want it to be. At the end, player with the most points wins prizes. Forward rankings, guys. We had a debate a couple of episodes ago, maybe 3 episodes ago now. and we discussed, is McDavid the go-to number one overall draft pick? Because last year, Draisaitl and McKinnon outpointed him in fantasy points. And so we want to know this year, where does the Partial Breakaway podcast team have him ranked?
Bum bum bum. So, I mean, we can't go through all 100 forwards that we have ranked because then this episode is going to be about 3 hours long. So we will go through the ones that we kind of had there was a huge discrepancy in where we ranked them. So basically, the way we did these rankings, like we explained in the other episodes, Junior made his rankings, Nick made his rankings, I made my rankings. We obviously had more points for goals than assists. And then we put all three rankings together, added them up, divided by 3, and they give me an average. And then lowest average is always on top. So McDavid kind of had a one average because we all took him number 1.
So we did the usual, right? Goals are worth more than assists.
Yes.
And we kept it simple. We just said, excuse me, goal and assist. If we would have included shots on my ranking, McKinnon would have been ahead.
Wow.
If we would have done 0.1 points per shot on goal, McKinnon would have been slightly ahead.
Interesting.
So
That's good to know.
It's a difference of 10 points
It's good to know.
So Nick,
because
top
they have
10.
100 shot total difference.
Okay, we'll mention the top 10, but
Yeah.
then we're going to go into a little bit more of the discrepancy
Yes,
ones.
of course.
Connor McDavid is number 1 overall, according to Partial Breakaway Podcast for this year. I think he's going to have a career year.
Book it.
Why? Why?
Contract year, my friend.
No, that's not the reason. Contract year. The guy's going to have a blank check no matter where he goes. That's not going to be a motivating factor for him.
No, of
The
course.
motivating factor for McDavid is that this guy wants to win, and he wants to win badly. And all he cares about right now is a sole purpose of winning. And
With
how
a
do you
leaf on his jersey, but not that leaf, the Canadian one.
the Connor McDavid, all he wants to do is win, 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 no matter what. And this is a song that's coming out. I expect McDavid to have a career year in Edmonton. I do not expect him to be traded. And
You have a point projection?
I would say about 130, 140 points for the year.
I think the biggest difference.
Not 170.
I think the biggest difference with McDavid, I feel, is going to get more goals than last year.
Yes, absolutely agree with that.
He's going to be closer to that 50 goals scored than
So if you have your first overall pick this year,
Connor McDavid.
all right.
It's unquestionable.
Moving on, number 2 is somebody that's actually pretty close on the list, especially if your league counts shots.
2 and 3 had the same average. So
Nathan
Interesting.
McKinnon.
Yeah.
Number 3 is Nikita Kucherov. Number 4, Leon Draisaitl. Number 5, Kirill Kaprizov. That's interesting.
Wow.
Number 6, Austin Matthews. David Pasternak, number 7. Mitch Marner, number 8. That's high. Mikko Rantanen, number 9. And Artemi Panarin, number 10. Guys, did we defer a lot on these guys?
Not much. Well, the thing is, with the forwards, I went with deference. I went like when there's like more than a 10-point difference between all of us, or else we'd be deferred in a lot of.
So we pretty much had all these guys in our top 10 regardless.
You were talking about Kaprizov. You had him at 4. I have him at 6. Junior had him at 6. So we were all there.
So I was highest on Kaprizov out of all 3 of us.
Yes. Mitch Marner, I think we might have just been a bit.
And I think I'm high on Kirill Kaprizov because of the contract situation. This is a contract year for Kaprizov. This is a year that he supposedly turned down $16 million. You got to prove to me that you're worth that kind of money.
And when you
you know what? He might prove it this year. And that's why I'm high on him this year.
And you're right, because when you it's not just turning down all that money, it's what he wants. And what's like almost 20% of the cap,
Mhm.
Mhm.
which is like $19 million.
He wants 20% of the cap in the cap of 26, 27.
So
the next 2 years.
then it is all about money.
course,
It's
of
about
course.
money. And, if you want to earn your money, then you got to prove it on the ice. And he's going to ball out, man.
So why do I think that Kaprizov is going to be better than Matthews this year?
Mhm.
Well, Matthews just lost Marner.
Yeah.
And even though he does well enough on his own, I think that still kind of brings him down a little bit. So Matthews moves behind Kaprizov to me.
Mhm.
Do we all agree on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, Austin Matthews, whether we like it or not, lost his Robin. on the team, right? Yes, there's Nylander who's there and Matthew Nice is a nice young guy, but at some point, someone's going to suffer in that Toronto lineup without Marner there. You can't be honest and just say, "Oh, we lost a 100-point player. No one's going to suffer." So I feel Matthews is one of the guys that's going to suffer.
I actually have Matthews and Kaprizov at the exact same amount of points.
Interesting. David Pasternak,
Mm-hmm.
he's on a horrible team.
But yet we still think he's going to score goals because we all had him at 7, 5, and 8.
So around all the same area.
Yeah.
Mitch Marner is in a brand new situation.
Same thing. We all had him. The only guy in the top 10 that we really drastically maybe changed was Panarin, where you and Junior had him at 9 and 17. I had him at 9 and 7, and I had him at 16.
I think Panarin could have another 100-point season if the New York Rangers bounce back the way I think they will. And that's why I have him there.
I just feel the trade talks around his name is what might throw him off.
There's trade talk about
I have
Panarin?
not heard any trade talks about Panarin.
Me neither.
No,
100%. Yeah,
100%.
yeah.
Show me the article, please.
Because they were saying that
Who's they?
They were saying that Rangers are the one team that could offer Kaprizov $60 million. To do that is to get rid of Panarin.
But does Kaprizov go if Panarin's not there?
If you just said it's all about money, Kaprizov's going to go where the
Yeah.
money is.
That's true.
Okay, well, that's an interesting take. I don't know if I've actually seen that, but it's interesting. It's interesting. Something to keep an eye on.
I like Panarin. I like Panarin a lot because the Rangers should be better. Also, he's Russian. He gets that 2-week break. So for that playoff push, he'll be nice and fresh.
Okay, 11 to 20. Jack Hughes, Clayton Keller, William Nylander, Jack Eichel, Braden Point, Jason Robertson, Kyle Connor, Sam Reinhart, Lucas Raymond, Connor Bedard. I'm going to tell you right away, I don't like Jack Hughes up all the way at 11.
So I had him
You
at
had him close.
I had him at 12.
Where do I have him?
You had him at 14.
I had him at 12 because
No,
he's
I don't know.
he's Jack Hughes, okay? But
All the talent in the world.
all the talent in the world, when he's healthy, he does produce. When he's healthy, but you're projecting 82 game season.
Are you?
But when you're that injury prone, you do deduct some points for that. Personally, my advice to everyone, despite that he's 12, I'm fading him. I'm not even touching him unless he drops at a point where I have no choice but to take him.
Okay, so to be fair, your projection
I'd rather take
did
Keller.
not take into the account the fact that he's probably going to play 60 games.
Right.
I think that's wrong on your projections, my friend. I'll be honest with you.
I have him at 91 points, and I think he could be a one.
I know. I had him at 14. I still think that this year he might come out and play 70 games, and that's going to be enough to get him maybe up to that over a point per game, slightly over point per game.
I have him at 91 points.
You have him at 91. Okay. I would have him closer maybe at 85.
But if he's fully
82.
healthy, he hits over 100 points. If he plays 82 games, right?
What did Neil
So
from
he lost points because he.
what did Neil tell us from the Devil State of Mind podcast when they came on as guests here? He has never stayed healthy.
Never. It's an awareness thing.
He's never stayed healthy. So Neil has explained to us something that I took into account by lowering him a bit on my standings. But we're really talking about 3 spots. So it's
Okay,
not that
so
big of a
we have him
difference.
at 11. Okay, let's just play a quick rapid fire game. I'll name you the guys from 12 to 20. You tell me if you take them over Jack Hughes.
Go.
Clayton Keller,
Yes.
Yes.
William Nylander,
Yes.
Yeah.
You have Jack Hughes at how many points you said?
91.
Okay. Yeah.
Jack Eichel,
Yes.
Yes.
Braden Point,
Yes.
Yes.
Jason Robertson,
No. 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 Definitely
No.
not.
Kyle Connor,
No.
Sam
Close.
Reinhart is really
No.
high on this list. Sam Reinhart,
No.
Lucas Raymond,
Nope.
Connor Bedard.
No.
So you have 5 players that you're taking over Jack Hughes, and he's 11 on our list.
Yeah, I'm curious. I know I had 14. I had him 14. I had Eichel higher than this because I think Eichel is going to be a 100-point player this year. And I think Braden Point,
Had him at 13.
Eichel at 13.
Yeah.
Where did I have Keller?
You have okay. So Keller is the biggest discrepancy because you had Keller at 18. Junior
Yeah.
had him at 14. I had him at 7.
7.
Yeah,
Seven?
Okay,
I
so
think-
explain that. How many
No,
points do you
that's a
think he's
good
going to
one. That's
get?
a good one.
I
You
think
explain that.
I think Keller is hitting between 95 and 100 points this year. Yeah, 100%. I feel last year he was in fantasy points. He was 16th best. That's including Makar in there. So in forwards, he was 15th best.
Okay, so
in
top
fantasy points.
top
So,
7.
Yes, last year he had 30 goals, 60 assists. He had 90 points last year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no, that's fine. But
There's a reason he's on this list.
to be
That's
top
absolutely-
7, he's got to crack 40 goals. You think he's going to crack 40 goals? That's top 7.
I don't.
I think to be top 7, you got to have 100 points.
Yeah, I think it's 100 points more than 40 goals. So if he pops in 5 more goals at 35 and 65 assists, he's at 100.
To be honest with you, all of these top 15 guys that we've mentioned could hit 100 points.
Yeah.
They really could all. So, I mean, it makes sense why our list kind of looks like this a little bit.
Guys, Sam Reinhart, tell me why is he so high?
Okay, so
Okay, let's
well,
do-
Nick, do you have just give me Sam Reinhart. Nick had him at 17. I had him at 23. You had him at 20. So he's right where you put him.
No, he's ranked 2 slides higher.
Like, you guys not look at your rankings.
I can't. I have to project.
The one thing you guys have to look at is Connor right here in this ranking is Connor Bedard.
Look at
Where
Can
Nick
you open Frozen Tools, please, on
I
Reinhardt?
have it.
Nick has the highest hopes, but we're not far off. Nick at Connor Bedard had 16. I had him at 21. Junior, you had him at 30. When it comes to Connor Bedard,
Yeah, and you know what? I there is volatility in Connor Bedard because you don't know who he's playing with. The only thing is that I actually think that Bedard Nazar
I
is going to be a nice little combination this year, and that's why I kind of rated him higher than I did last year. I think he's going to finish higher in the standings.
They don't even play together, except for on the power play.
But
We'll see if it changes this year with the new
We'll
coach.
see.
But
We'll
but
see.
I feel he'll have a bounce back year from last year.
Yeah, I
okay,
think
the
last year
bounce
was
back is what though? I have him. He's 30th. I have him at 81 points.
Let's finish with Reinhardt because you have a
Yeah.
Reinhardt here.
You asked me to pull it up. So
Yes, please.
Reinhardt's he's paced last year he paced for 84. The year before that 94. The year before that 67, and the year before that 86. He's
Okay.
played 78 plus games in those 4 years. So he's basically
He's been healthy.
he's a point per game player.
He's a point per game player, but how many goals did he have?
That's the key.
39, 57, 31, and 33. The outlier is 57.
Well, yeah,
Fine,
obviously.
but 40 goals. Can we agree that he could be a 40 goal scorer year in, year out?
He's only done it once, and maybe
Well,
39.
twice.
30, he was
39
pacing
last
for
year.
it twice. Yeah.
Right? 39 last year, 57 the year before that. You're expecting.
So this is, I kind of faded a bit of the Florida Panthers slightly because they went on back-to-back runs to the Stanley Cup. Matthew Tkachuk is missing until the holidays.
Doesn't even play with him.
Barkov is not the Barkov he used to be. He's still very good, but in terms of production, he's not the Barkov he used to be, and he plays with Reinhardt. So Tkachuk not on the power play. Who's going to replace him on the power play? I don't know. Marchand's getting up there in age. Like, it's not a team that. And we saw last year they started focusing just on making the playoffs. They don't care about winning the division anymore. So I just wonder how much they're going to put into the regular season. And that worries me because they played already a lot of hockey. And there's the Olympics, and Reinhardt plays in the Olympics.
What's the next list, Nick, that you have there?
All right, next we have the 21 to 30, where we mentioned guys like Sidney Crosby, Martin Neckash, Tim Stutzla, Matt Boldy, Macklin Celebrini, Jesper Bratt, Sebastian Aho, Nick Suzuki, Tage Thompson, and Alex Barkov.
So Martin Necas is that high, and it's my fault.
Where did you have Neckash ranked in your list?
I think I was
Top 10.
Yeah, I think I was a little bit of a homer on this with Necas, but the whole contract year and all that, I had him 10th overall.
Oh, really? 10? Holy moly.
Holy
Yeah,
cow!
I
That's
had
a
him-
little bit high. I feel like you're regretting
100,
it.
100
now?
point player?
You have to if you're talking
If
top
you're
10.
top 10, I'm estimating that he's gonna get 100 points because
He had an absolutely amazing year last year.
yes
His shooting percentage,
was undoable this year.
right, unsustainable.
Yeah,
Okay,
So-
here are his stats: 27 goals, 57 assists, 84 points in 79 games. That's a mix of Colorado and Carolina.
Actually, hold on. His shooting percentage was
13.8.
13.8, which is only about 4 points or 3.5 points more.
his
the year
career
before.
average is 12%.
So it's not that far off.
No, it's not bad.
My saying on Natchez is that it's a contract year and you play with McKinnon.
Okay.
I know it's
Okay.
not, but that's the way I went with Natchez because McKinnon just
Look.
makes people look good. But that this is why Natchez is a little higher. Like after we're talking, because after you discuss with other
Yeah.
people, you understand. And I'm like, okay, so maybe 10 was a little bit of a homer run.
But that's why our consensus is a lot better.
Yes.
Right? Because maybe Nick Ash deserves to be higher than 22. Maybe he deserves to be above
Well,
Sidney
he
Crosby.
paced for 87 points last year. That's
That's very good.
The other guy is Matt Boldy. Me, Nick had him in the 29-31, and Junior had him 18th.
goals.
Not
Goals,
18th.
and if I think
But even with
Okay.
goals, it doesn't
goals
add up.
and you Kaprizov's not going to get 100 unassisted. It's 100 goals. He's going to be on at least 65 of them.
Oh, because you're thinking that Boldy's going to play with Kaprizov.
Zuccarello.
That's how they ended the season.
Sure.
So I mean, look, when you have two guys like that throughout a game, they're going to find each other. They're going to be together at certain points.
So he's paced for 75 and 73. You're predicting point per game.
I'm predicting from Boldy because
If he's this high.
so
point per
he's
game.
24 years old. He's still entering his prime. To me, he's got another level. So I had here, I'll tell you where I have Boldy. I had Boldy
Point per
at
game, I see it,
18,
83 points.
83 points, 35 goals, 48 assists. I think he can crack the 35 goals.
It's possible. It's not the end of the world. Like you're really hoping, you're really banking for him to get that. You're really banking on him playing with Kaprizov the whole year.
So look, I'm high on Bouillon, and it all makes sense, right? I'm high on Bouillon. I'm really high on Kaprizov.
So you're
Kaprizov's going to be over 100 points. Their power play was 20th in the league.
That's not good.
If that goes to 12, 15, that's an increase for everybody as well. So
There's one guy on that list also, Tage Thompson. Junior, you have him at 19. Nick, 27. I have him at 41.
41.
Whoa.
That's not even normal.
Yeah.
Why 41?
I just don't think
Like literally the guy puts up what point per game
almost, yeah.
I have
every
him
year,
at-
and you have him putting up 60, 65?
Yeah, let me see my list, but not 65. I'm putting up.
To be honest with you, I don't know what the 41st guy is doing.
So the reason he's high on my list is because I have him at 47 goals. I think he could almost hit 50 goals.
I could see him hitting 40.
I have him at 40 goals, 35 assists, 75 points, and he's on 41.
So
I
then
have,
he should
I
be
have him
higher.
I have him at 76 points.
Yeah, but if
Are
you're
you
counting
three-
goals
three-
higher than
yeah, 3
like,
points a
there's
goal.
no reason why Barkov should be higher than him then on your
No,
list.
but he should be maybe in the.
If you're counting
in the
goals
30.
higher.
He should be where he is now. If you're looking at him now.
Okay, so again, consensus. I think that's why it's good to have a consensus
yes.
ranking. It kind of takes our outliers and kind of makes them better. Guys, Macklin Celebrini's on this list. This is a big one.
Yeah, that's
I-
more or
I
less
was-
where I had him.
I feel like I was high on him.
I was very low on Mac Celebrini.
I feel like I was high on
No.
him, and that maybe that's why he's up here.
No, you and
But-
Junior were.
I had him at 22
22, 23. I had him at.
That's
30.
okay. So we were about the same for
I had him
Macklin.
at 36.
point per game.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he could really hit point per game. I mean, look, it's a sophomore.
Sophomore,
year.
yeah, sophomore
I think
scares
it-
you.
I think
Vince is like a
what-
sophomore.
What scares
Yeah,
me
he
is
believes
no,
in
no
this stuff.
sophomore for
no,
Vince.
no,
Yeah.
what scares me is the Bedard. Bedard last year had a sophomore.
He rubs
slump,
like a
so
bunny's foot. And stuff.
Celebrini, and the only reason he might escape that sophomore year is because I feel Celebrini is much better surrounded than Bedard was talent wise. I mean, Bedard with Bertuzzi and Teravainen, you're not going far. He's got Will Smith. He's got so we're good.
I just feel like Bedard put too much pressure on himself last year to do it all.
Yeah.
And I think it hurt him.
Guys, we just finished our top 30 players. We're 25 minutes into the episode. Let's do our live read, and then we'll continue from there.
We're good?
We're always good.
Your season, your shot. The NFL season is rolling, and every touchdown can bring you closer to a payout with DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. From first touchdown scorer to anytime TD props or the thrill of live in-game betting, every snap is loaded with opportunity. New customers, this one's for you. Bet just $5 and get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Plus, score over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use code THPN. That's code THPN to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you place your first $5 bet. Plus, over $200 off NFL Sunday Ticket from YouTube and YouTube TV. In partnership with DraftKings, the crown is yours.
Problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 8778 HOPE NY or text HOPE NY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly. On behalf of Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas, 21 plus, age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Fees may apply in Illinois, void on Ontario. Bonus bets expire 7 days after issuance. See sportsbook.draftkings.com/promos. NFL Sunday Ticket offer for new subscribers only and auto renews until canceled. Digital games and commercial use excluded. Restrictions apply. Additional NFL Sunday Ticket terms at youtube.com/go/NFL Sunday Ticket/terms. Limited time offer. All right, and we are back to continue our next.
Guys, can I mention a name before you go to the next? I think he might be there. I don't have it in front of me. Jake Gensel.
Hmm.
Well, Jake Gensel is the 31st player on this list, and he kind of joins Mark Scheifele, Brandon Hagel. So Gensel and Hagel like really close together. Robert Thomas, Philip Forsberg, Nico Hischier, Logan Cooley, Wyatt Johnston, Adrian Campe, Dylan Larkin.
This is my type of list. These 10 guys, these are the guys I like.
Yeah, you like the middle of the pack guys, right? That's why you've won so many championships.
Fuck off. Oh.
And there's a swear word.
He said something about Dutch.
There's my name somewhere on here.
Yeah, once.
Right here on its own. Right here. Look.
How many years is this going on? Okay.
What name surprises you, Nick, on this?
I'll be honest with you. I kind of like this list.
Yeah.
I kind of like it the way it is.
And we're basically with these players all in the same category.
Really, eh?
Yeah, with these players, there's no one player that's off or on.
Okay, so we spoke about it during their team preview. Logan Cooley, point per game or just under?
I think under, but
not yet
close,
the point per player.
right? Like Wyatt Johnston, I was high on Johnston. I think ranking him top 40 is pretty high on Johnston. I think he's going to take another step forward, but
But I feel with Wyatt Johnson will overtake Logan Cooley at some point, just because I feel Cooley is more of an assist guy than a goal scorer. Not to the Robert Thomas era, but I feel Wyatt Johnson is the one who can maybe flirt with the 40 goals.
Wyatt Johnston, 3 years in the league, 82 games played in each of his 3 years, 24 goals the rookie season, sophomore 32, last year 33, 71 points in 82 games last year.
how cool
He's
is
22 years old.
that he's 22 years old and he's played 82. How cool is that?
And he's gotten better and better and
But
better.
we spoke about one guy who always gets forgotten about is Dylan Larkin. He's like a number one centerman for Detroit. He always puts up points.
Him and Scheifele, I feel like they're in the same boat.
They always
Boat.
get pushed a little back for.
Well, last year he had 70 points.
Yeah, but for number 40, that's not bad. 70 points.
But he
No,
pays
it's
for,
not good.
Yeah, but he
We're
pays for
talking
a
about
point
Wyatt.
per.
We're talking about Wyatt Johnston close to a point per game.
Let me
We're
see.
talking Logan Cooley. We're projecting almost a point per game again, right? Like Campe almost a point per game, but he scores
40 goals.
40
Almost.
goals. right? So Dylan Larkin kind of deserves to be here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
they-
what I'm
he
saying.
deserves
He's
to
in-
be there. He paced for 80 point per game the previous 3 seasons
Last year he
before
ranked,
the last year.
Last year he only had 70,
he ranked 50th in fantasy points.
and we have him higher than 50th, 10 points
Yeah.
higher than 50. That's pretty good.
But he also missed. Yeah, he missed a few games if I'm not mistaken last year.
Last year, no, 82.
No, he didn't miss
82,
anything.
Yeah, 30
82.
and 40. Yeah,
Yeah. How old is Dylan Larkin? Because I think that's
20
interesting.
29.
no, he's
Okay,
still
he's still
he hasn't
okay.
hit that 30 threshold yet, so it's good.
Okay. All right. If we-
Adrian Kempe could be one guy who boosts up the ladder because of his contract year and goal scoring abilities.
I think he's up here though because of that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's specific. If he doesn't score goals, it's very
Yeah, he scored 35 goals twice. He scored 41 goals once. He's a beast of a goal scorer.
Okay, let's move on to the next slide because there wasn't that many discrepancies in this one. You said
No.
right. All right, next one, Elias Pettersson. Ooh, we're
That's-
starting off.
Whoa. Who wants to walk?
what Elias. That was a
Um,
big discrepancy.
I think that will be a big discrepancy because I think we have very, very different takes on walking with Elias.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
JT Miller is also on this page, and I think that's going to be very interesting as
Yeah.
well because JT Miller, even Seth Jarvis, guys, we're talking about guys in this list that could have easily been higher than maybe guys in the previous list.
I think I had JT Miller.
Well, Nick
higher.
Pedersen, I like your take because you had him 28 on your list,
I had him.
whereas me and Junior had him at 44, 45.
Wow.
So do you think this is like the bounce back year where he goes for 80 points?
So Elias Pettersson, not last year, but the year before last year, had a very, very good game.
Mhm.
Okay, very, very good point totals. I think he hit. What did he hit? Can you just grab that for me, please?
Wow, 100.
I think he hit over 100 points.
I
Okay,
think it was 102.
so if Pedersen hit over 100 points 2 seasons ago, and then last
No,
season,
he paced for 89 2 seasons. He got 89 2 seasons ago, 102 3 seasons ago.
okay, so 2 years in a row over a point per game.
Yeah.
Then last year he kind of fell off a cliff. Absolutely fell off a cliff. 45 points, horrible, not even draftable. And he was my second round pick in the decent league.
Hmm.
I finished last in that league, by the way. There's a good reason for
There's a
that.
reason.
So I think he's the type of guy, and I ranked him accordingly, that could at least hit point per game again. Because it wouldn't be a stretch to imagine from 102 points to 89 points. If he gets back to close to that, he's point per game.
I have him under a point per game, like 74 points. I just feel like I need to see it before I get him back to a point per game.
So one bad year, that's it. I'm cutting ties.
It's not just a bad year. It was, yeah, okay, there was full of drama. There's all this talk about him never being in shape or in right game shape or whatever. So I want to see it before I really take a chance and put him higher. I'd rather take a more of a sure thing than hope that this guy regained his form. You know what I mean?
Okay.
He's got the talent. There's no question about that. There's no denying that. And Brock Besser's signing, by the way, is a huge plus for him in terms of points.
Gunter, Seth Jarvis, surprise you during this category?
I like Seth Jarvis a lot more.
Yeah.
I like Seth Jarvis a lot more. I think Jarvis is the type of guy that had an amazing season last season. And I feel like he's being undervalued here. But I like Gunther too. Don't get me wrong.
So Jarvis had 7 more points than he had 67 points in 73 games, and Gunther had 60 points in 70 games.
Did Gunter have more goals?
No, 27 goals for Gunther and 32 for Jarvis.
Yeah.
The difference is that Gunther's 19 or 20 years old. He's a little.
Why,
young.
Jarvis is older?
He's a little. Jarvis is older. Yeah,
No,
Jar
24.
got by 24 about.
Yeah.
He's about 2 years older. He's in
23.
23 and a half. Yeah.
Do you think Dylan Strome stays in this top 50? Or can he be one of the guys that drops off this year?
Well, if you look at all the guys that we're talking about here, we're really looking at guys that we're projecting, I guess, mid 70s,
Mm-hmm.
right? So Konechny could hit that. Strome could hit that. DeBrincat could hit that. Marchenko could hit that. Jarvis, Hintz, like they got all hit this, right? JT Miller, I think, could hit higher.
Yeah, I mean, he
Pedersen
already,
could hit higher.
He already hit higher. JT Miller's just
Yeah.
can he do it again at the age that he's at and with the team that he's with, right? So this group is a very interesting group. This one player from this group can easily be in your top 20 by the end of the season.
Yeah.
And
And I think the lower we get into the standings, the more you're going to see guys that, right, could totally change. I think we're pretty set in the top 10.
Yeah, exactly.
But any of these guys could kind of jump into the top 30 easily.
Yeah. Who's next, Nick?
Do we have any discrepancies on the next group here? So 51, we have Barzal, we have Michkov, we have Caulfield. I think those guys are all pretty similar. Matty Beniers
Someone must have
shouldn't
had
be
him
there.
high.
Okay.
Okay.
Did you load the right one or the wrong one?
If you just did the update, I don't think I have the update here. I guess.
sent it to the email, that's why.
Oh, I picked whatever you sent with the latest one I had. Zibanejad, Fiala, Byfield, Tuck, Sveshnikov, Batherson.
So Bernier shouldn't be there. Berniers is ranked almost 97, so he shouldn't be over there. I think the biggest discrepancy, is Sveshnikov, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see.
So what's the point projection here? I think 70s?
For who?
Early 70s?
For who?
For this category.
Yeah, it's gonna be
51 to 60.
early 70s with potential to maybe hit a little more.
Jordan,
Okay.
you had
Like
you had Sveshnikov at 70.
Sure did.
You really don't.
Where did I have him, Vince?
We had him both at. You had 56. I had him 58.
Okay.
So it's not. It's yeah.
So why do you hate Andrei Sveshnikov?
I don't hate him. First of all, he's never.
He doesn't hate him. He hates Umbi.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Well, Umi doesn't have him anymore.
I
He
know.
traded him.
And you just gave me the Russian factor before. He's going to be well rested for the second
Yes,
half of the season.
for the top tier guys. He's not a top tier guy. Look, first of all, health is an issue.
Yes.
Health is definitely an issue. The system he plays in, the coach he has that doesn't utilize him consistently with Aho and Jarvis, that's another issue. Okay, fine. You don't play with Aho. Okay, you go on the second line. Yeah, okay, play with KK. You know, I understand Ehlers is there now, but if they bolster the top line, what does that leave Sveshnikov with? Every year I tell myself it's his breakout. It's his breakout. At some point now, I just believe that this is who he's gonna be, a 70-point guy when he plays 82 games. If he plays 82 games.
I mean, guys, we had a bold prediction that Zibanejad was getting 100 points, and we have him 54th.
Who had that bold prediction, Vince?
It was the
well, they're both for
The
a
producer,
reason.
Vince.
no, it was the Rangers guy. But Nick, Alex Tuck, you had a huge discrepancy with Alex Tuck. You had him at 70
Oh wow.
compared to Junior. Had him at 50.
On a contract year.
I had him at 64, so me and you were about close, but
I just look. I like Tuck. He's a good player. I don't think Tuck is playing on a very good team. I don't think he's surrounded by very good players. Like he hasn't played like last year. He didn't even play on the same line as Tage Thompson.
Yeah.
He played on the second line. This year it's Norris on the second line. So if this is a little bit of a projection of Buffalo like really not knowing what they're doing, trading away JJ Peterka, you know, getting rid of Cousins, getting Norris instead, and we own Norris, so we're hoping Norris does well. But I just don't like it. I think like Buffalo players need to get out of there if as fast as humanly possible. And I really hope Buffalo becomes a better team because they have a great fan base. It's just that right now it's with the current GM,
it's very hard to root for Buffalo.
very hard. They're going to finish last.
Yeah. Well,
I thought you said that about Boston.
It's between those two.
Junior, any player in this rating from 50 to 60 that you see could jump up to maybe top 40?
Byfield.
I knew you were gonna say that. That was my
Well,
guy.
Byfield, look, we're ranking Byfield here in the early 70s by ranking him 57th.
Yeah,
We said that these guys are about the early
65
70s.
to 70. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I have him at 69 points
So
projected.
he should be in this tier at that point. Can he hit higher? Sure, but I mean, career-wise, he's only hit what 55.
Yeah, last year was his career year. 50.
Yeah.
No, not even. Last year, 54 points in 81 games. The year before, 55 in 80.
Okay,
But
so
we saw a 2-minute increase in time on ice. You know, we spoke about it when we did LA. Like his deployment has been much better. I just wish he had a bit more power play time, and that might come with Kopitar now, possibly his final year. They gotta start giving Byfield an opportunity to take the lead.
but I think that's ranked in here appropriately.
No, he's ranked well, but do you see any of these players maybe by the end of the year we see them in the top 40 in fantasy points? Is there any player in here?
I mean, if Barzal has his 92-point season the way he did a couple of years
yeah.
ago, great. If Michkov scores 45,
If I had $1 million, I'd be a millionaire.
yeah, it's just, yeah. I mean, other than that, there's not really anybody here that
Okay.
surprises me.
Just guys,
Oh,
what's the point range here?
We just said it like multiple
early
times.
70s.
Early 70s.
Caulfield, early 70s.
Yeah, I think that's what he did last year.
Caulfield's there because of goals.
And if he hits, if he hits 40 goals,
If he hits 35 to 40 goals, that's where he is.
he had 70 points last year, so he belongs in this tier, and a little bit higher maybe on this tier because of the goal scoring ability.
Exactly.
That's it. All right, next. The $4 million man, John Tavares.
Yeah, we
Jordan
had
Kyrou, Nugent Hopkins, like Matthew Nyes, Will Smith, Brock Bezer,
this. I think this is the
Alex Ovechkin, Velarde, Hurdle, Fantilli.
I-
Guys, I think that there's discrepancies
I think-
on this list.
Yeah, everywhere.
I
from
think
61
hates,
to 70.
I think Junior hates Hopkins. He has him at 73.
The guy's done 100 points before. You have this guy doing 60 points this
Yeah,
year, 65.
63.
Yeah,
60.
I understand his projections. They're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
There's a good chance. There's a good chance. But again, I'm not high on Edmonton this year. I've said it before. Last year, he had 52 points. The year before, 69. So I don't know why you guys think he's going to
Last
be
year
a
he
point
had
per
49
game.
points.
49, but paced for 52.
Yeah.
And the year before, he paced for 69. So it's 2 consecutive years where we're seeing a downfall. He's only hit 100 points once.
Yeah.
And he's only paced for over 70 points twice. So I don't know what you guys really see in this guy that you would have put him higher, but for me, he's between 60 and 70 points. And
I think-
I have him at 66.
I think Vince said something very interesting not too long ago, where he mentioned that he thinks Nugent Hopkins is going to end up playing in the top 6 as a winger. And if that's the case, then I could see him finishing higher than he is right now. But points well taken. I mean, he kind of belongs in high on this list, like between the 60s and 70s. Was there any other players that we had discrepancies on here?
Oh, there was one, Nick, that I gotta talk to you about.
Uh-oh.
Thomas Hurdle.
Thomas Hurdle, yeah.
You had him at 81.
Yeah.
81.
81. Me and Junior had him at 63. Why? Why so? Like with the adjustments that they've made,
Mhm.
do you think it's because he's losing ice time to Marner and points to Marner, or
I think he's going to play most of the season with Mark Stone.
okay?
I don't know how healthy Mark Stone will be next season necessarily. I like him. He's a good player. He could easily be in the 70-point bracket. I just feel that Marner coming in takes away a spot on the top power play.
Yeah.
And I'm not convinced that he's going to be putting up points necessarily in the 70s. And that's why he's lower to me.
Yeah, but he's really low. He's like early 60s for you.
Yeah, and as a second line center, I kind of see him being in the 60s.
So the one consistent lineman he had from the beginning of the year was Dorofeev. That's why I don't know if they're gonna split them. I don't know if they're gonna put Dorofeev on that first line with Marner and Eichel.
Look, all this could change if Hurdle becomes the winger.
Yeah, because he could play left wing.
He could play left wing as well. If he becomes the winger on that line, this whole thing goes thrown out the window.
To Nick's point, he's never paced for more than other than that year you got 74 points in 77 games. He's never paced for more than 64.
And
So that's where he lives, right between 60 and 65.
The other guy on this
and that's almost replacement level in some. leagues, right?
What helps him is that he could score 30 plus goals. That's what
Yes.
helps him go a little higher.
Yes.
I had Will Smith a lot higher than you guys. I had Will Smith in my top 50. Whereas Junior, you had him 77, then Nick, you had him 72. So that's why he's a little higher than you guys ranked him.
For me, it's just goals.
Yeah.
He doesn't score. He won't score more. Like I'm at 23 goals. It's not enough to
Yeah.
rank him higher. But Nick,
But
For me, I can't put him in the same tier as Matthew Nyes, for example.
mhm.
I can't put him in the same tier as Brock Besser if I think Brock Besser is going to hit 40 again. If Ovechkin hits 40 again, I don't think Will Smith is
Yeah.
at that level yet.
I think all these
It's-
guys here that are goal scorers will project them to hit between 30 and 35.
like Adam
Yeah.
Fantilli, I think is a much better player than Will Smith.
yeah,
is.
well, Adam Fantilli, we both had, we weren't, well, not high, but we had him at 78, 72. Junior had him at 58. Junior was high on Fantilli.
69 points, 30 goals, 39 assists.
Yeah,
I
it's
can
all
see
about
that for
goals.
Fantilli.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
see that for Fantilli,
He
right?
had a phenomenal end of the season last year.
So,
So-
what we see here is guys that will score, other than maybe Nugent Hopkins, it's guys that score goals.
Nugent Hopkins
That
had
won't
50
necessarily
goals.
get you a lot of what?
Nugent Hopkins had 50 goals 1 year.
Yeah, 1 year. But I'm just saying, like Besser, we think of him as a goal scorer. Kyrou, you think of him as a goal scorer. Matthew Nyes, mostly a goal scorer. Velarde, mostly a goal scorer. Hurdle, mostly goal scorer. So you're not looking at points; you're looking more at goals
At
with
goals,
this ranking, anyway.
Still very valuable players here.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Wow.
This one too is valuable players.
So
This one
71
has some
to
interesting
80.
ones.
Ehlers, Stamkos, William Eklund, Bo Horvat, JJ Paterka, Nazem Kadri, Leo Carlson, Matt Duchene, Jared McCann, Kent Johnson. A lot of interesting names here.
So,
Who did we disagree on?
Nick, you were high, extremely high on Steven Stamkos. You had him ranked 57th. I had him 84th,
Ooh, bounce back.
84th, and Junior had him 74.
So 67th. Is that what you said? 67th I had him?
No, you had 57.
57th? So I think we had spoken about 57. If you could just go check your list 2 seconds. But I think 57 was what? Early 70s or late 60s in point projection? Go a little higher?
57 was like 69.
So, I mean, I think Stamkos could easily hit 70 points in a year where he bounces back and kind of puts up some goals, or maybe 65 points with goals.
We're reaching the point of the ranking where there could be like 20 players, 25 players within 10 points of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why like it's very interchangeable.
Guys, Leo Carlson could hit 70 points. Some people project that.
Listen, I think Leo Carlson will have a career this year. He had I don't know if it's because you traded him, Nick, but Paterka, you had him 85th.
Isn't the rule if you trade him he'll succeed?
And that's probably why he's going to finish around 75. But you know
Because
what?
me and Junior had them both at 67. So I wanted to know, is it because usually we always say when there's a change of team, there's always that adaptation period that you got to give that player. And
Yeah,
that's where they
it's-
struggle.
It's a new position on a new team. He's not going to necessarily last year, JJ Paterka played the majority of time with Tage Thompson.
Hmm.
This year, he's not going to be necessarily playing, or I'm projecting at least, he's not going to be playing top line because JJ Paterka plays mostly left wing. And who's left wing on the Utah Mammoth? Clayton Keller. So you're not moving Clayton Keller off of that wing to put JJ Paterka there. So
But-
I think JJ Paterka is going to be playing second line minutes.
If he
Top power play.
if he plays with Gunther and Schmaltz, is that really so bad? Gunther still managed to get almost 30 goals.
Granted, but I don't know if Gunter is going to be on the second line necessarily.
You think they're gonna stack the top line?
I think they might put Cooley and Gunther together.
Cooley, Gunter, Keller, I think is the top line on that team, and that's why I'm projecting JJ Paterka to take a step back.
If
New
that's the
team,
case, I understand what you're saying.
new
Yeah.
team, not playing top line with Tage Thompson. I feel that he could have a possibility of taking a step back, and he's very, very bad defensively, meaning that his ice time might not necessarily increase
Because of it.
because of it. So that's the only
So
like
before-
I'm projecting that, and that's why I lowered him.
Before
in my,
we go to
in
the
my
next,
books.
you need to answer for your flaws, Junior.
Oh, Junior
We're talking about
flaws.
Ken Johnson.
Jesus, you had him at 59.
Yeah.
Nick,
I love Ken Johnson.
Nick had him at you had him at 91, Nick, and I had him at 98.
So Ken Johnson for me eventually is a point per game player. The only reason I didn't put him at a point per game is because I need him to stay healthy.
Yes.
So he lost 12 points just because I can't guarantee he's gonna stay healthy.
But
But if
who's-
not, he'd get a point per game.
Okay, so where is he on this Columbus team?
He's top power play.
Yeah.
And he's on one of the top two lines.
He's
which
playing
is
top six and
top
and
six.
power play, but he's got to stay healthy.
He had time with Marchenko. Not Marchenko. He was playing with
Who are the top 6 Columbus?
so there's Fantilli, Johnson, Van Riemsdyk. Well, I don't know if Van Riemsdyk's still going to be there.
He's not.
Boone Jenner, Monahan, Marchenko. There's Voronkov, Sillinger, Olivier.
Okay, so he has a chance to crack the top 6. Okay, that's why.
No, he was a
He
top
was
sixer.
top sixer.
He was a
Yeah.
top sixer.
Yeah. I mean, Ken Johnson is one of the most talented players on that team.
Mm.
The only thing is like Junior said, he just hasn't necessarily stayed healthy. Last year wasn't bad at 68 games played, but
He was on pace for 69 points last year.
point per game.
24 goals in 68 games.
He's just got to stay healthy.
Who's next, Nick?
I think 80 is a little bit low for him. Actually, I
Yeah.
would agree with Junior that maybe I should put him higher on my list.
You barely made your list.
All right, getting to the bottom and the end of this episode, near the end of this
Near
episode.
the end. This guy.
Valerie Nishkushin, 81.
wow.
Yeah,
Anze Kopitar, 82.
I can tell you why.
Ricard Raquel, who I didn't even want to rank, to be honest with you, 83. Vincent Trocek, 84. Sean Monahab, he should have been a point per game
Monahanov.
player, 85 points. Pierre-Luc Dubois, 86. Pavel Buchnevich, 87. Zach Hyman, 88. Carter Verhage, 89. Dylan Cozens, 90.
All right, so there's 3 players over here.
I don't even have Cozens ranked. He
No,
shouldn't even
there.
be here.
That's the one thing.
I don't
was
even know
saying.
where I have Nishushkin over here.
He
So,
doesn't hit my top.
oh,
number.
Junior, you and the Scooshin.
I had him pretty high, no?
He's up there because of you, my friend. Because I didn't have him ranked. You had him.
That's nuts.
I had him ranked like at 100. What do you mean? You had him ranked at 94,
That's nuts.
and Junior had him ranked at 47.
Guys, Nishushin
Guys,
is a good player, man. It's just
He's
that,
a 40 goal scorer.
Yeah, but
No,
Whoa,
sorry, no,
whoa, whoa,
what am I
whoa,
saying?
whoa,
Well, he
whoa.
paces for 40 goals.
yeah.
Okay, but
That's the problem.
okay, so
That's
hold
the
on.
problem.
And I paced to run 10 kilometers. I only one run.
What?
I only
Run
run one. I run.
Like I don't know.
You guys, the difference here is the fact that he projected 82 games for everybody,
Yes.
whereas I projected that he's not playing a full NHL
It's
schedule,
getting suspended
and that's
somehow.
why he is lower in the standings for me.
Russian factor, by the way. No Olympics. 2-week break.
Oh man, Junior, he
It's
No,
very
it's an addition. It's a little
Listen,
boost.
I own him. I really hope you're right. I really hope you're right.
21 goals in 43 games last year.
Yeah, you could have hit 40.
Could have hit 40. 28 and 54 the year before that. He was pacing for 80 points the year before that, and he was pacing for 73 the one before that. So I only have him at like 69 points. It's not to say I have him ranked point per game. Very reasonable 70-point season for this guy. If he could just play, 70 games. Even
That's
if you
point
play
per game, by
70,
the way. 70 points in 70 games? That's
no, I have him. I have him
That's point per game.
70 points in 82 games. But I'm saying like,
Okay.
it's doable. He just needs,
I agree with you.
just needs to play.
I agree with you. The only reason I faded him, he does not play a full season. Last year, he barely played half a season.
The only
over
reason
half.
why he's not a point per game player.
and the other guy that we kind of
Did I stay out of it this one? Oh, Hyman. Oh, I had him low.
Yeah, Nick had him high. Nick had him at 63.
Nick, did you do your?
But you
Or was it somebody else?
No.
do you believe it's because
I think he's a 30 goal scorer.
okay?
Again.
So that's
Okay.
what I was calling.
That's why
Yeah.
I put him that high.
So you believe he's going to come back to that between 30 and 40 goals
Yeah.
this season?
that's really all it is.
Yeah.
Like I,
No, it
I don't
makes
think
sense. If you think he's going to be that, then your ranking makes sense.
it's not out of the
What
realm
did
of
you have him at?
possibility. 60 something.
63.
63. So 63 in your list would have been who?
My list was Thomas Hurdle,
So
Quentin Byfield, Alex Ovechkin.
okay, so we're talking about low 70s guys.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, high 60s.
high 60s. I think Hyman could be a 60-point player again. And I think he could score 30 goals, 30 maybe.
So none of us think that Raquel can repeat what he did last year. The way we ranked him.
I don't like this player. I don't. I know Junior is very high on him, so I'll let Junior talk.
I'm high on him.
Well, you every time we talk about Raquel, he's like the guy to trade for, you know. So I want to know.
I have him at 60 points, 28 goals, 32 assists. I mean, it's not a guy personally. Like, you do your rankings, but I have a rule. Like, I don't. I'm allowed to deviate 2-3 spots. That's my personal rule because by then, like the points is not more. It's more or less the same. Raquel would be a guy that I fade. Like I would skip to the next one.
Okay.
Same like I would with Jack Hughes or whatever.
So you agree he should be like a do not draft?
Yeah, it's just the
Probably not
uncertainty of getting traded and like he's too inconsistent. We've
Maybe
seen it. We've seen it with Anaheim.
Yeah, maybe a watch list guy rather than a top 90 guy.
Yeah, a depth player on your team if you want to throw him in and out of the lineup.
Okay, moving
I
on.
can't believe
to the
there's a
last-
name we haven't listed yet. I don't know why. Show him on the next list. Come on, if he's not there, we have a problem. There he is, 96.
Jonathan Huberdeau, Alexis Lafreniere, Cole Perfetti, Mason McTavish, Dylan Holloway, Troy Terry, Mark Stone, Joel Eriksson Ek, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Marchand. So that rounds up our consensus
Stone, eh? Wow.
top 100.
Mm-hmm.
What I mean, here you're going to get all kinds of discrepancies because
Yeah.
we're talking about players that could really vary in their point projections depending on how things land.
Those two players that you didn't have Terry and Stone on your list, or not in the top 100. I wouldn't see on your list on the top 100. Do you not believe that, especially Troy Terry, is known as a goal scorer?
Yeah, but you know what? Me too. Like that's the conception that everybody has. But 21 goals, 20 goals, 23 goals. 1 year he had 37.
So last year he had 55 points. The year before that, 54 points. That's replacement level. That's the reason he's not in my top 100. He's just a replacement level player at this point. Mark Stone, if you don't mind bringing it up, because I don't have a computer that I could really do much here.
Well, Stone, it's games
Stone
played, right?
It's
A
health
lot of it,
again,
yeah.
right? So
He's also 33
he had 67 points, but if he
point per game.
had point per game last year, 66 games played. The year before that, 56. The year before that, 43. The year before that, 37 games played. Like, so if I'm taking the average of that, for example, the guy plays about 40 games, 45 games.
But there's a caveat here.
So 45 points, even if I project a little bit higher than that, he's just not hitting my top 100.
Okay, now, if in those years, the last 2-3 years, the new rule the NHL implemented was active, how many games would he have played? So now
You're talking
you have to
about-
be cap compliant, right? By playoffs. There's no LTI or any of that BS.
Maybe you throw in a couple more games, but that's about it. I know what you're trying to get to, but I don't think Vegas necessarily held out Mark Stone for an entire year, and that just because they wanted to be uncup, like over the cap
Yeah.
for playoffs. Like you don't hold out a guy for almost an entire year for that. You hold them out for maybe 5-10 games. at the
Yeah,
end
they
of the
might have
season,
extended
sure.
it a
Yeah.
couple of weeks just to say, but
Not freaking like the guy doesn't play a lot of games. Last year he played 66, which was the most he's played in almost 8 years. 7, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Wow.
6, 7 years. That's the most he's played in 7 years.
well, since he's been with Vegas.
Yeah.
Since he's been with Vegas, it's the most games played he's had.
So if you look at the rule of averages, I didn't project him in my top 100 because I think that he's not playing more than 50 games.
There's two interesting names on this list, 92 and 93. If I were to ask you guys, it's your turn and you have these two options, Lafreniere, Perfetti, who are you taking?
I think Perfetti has an opportunity now that Ehlers is not there to get a little bit more ice time. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to be getting much more because Ehlers wasn't even on the top power play. But I just feel that there's going to be just growth, natural growth. I think Cole Perfetti is going to have higher point totals, and that's why I think that he's a little bit higher on this list.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, last year he had 5 more points than Lafreniere, and they both played 82 games.
and they're different ages. Lafreniere is older, I think.
Probably right. I think Perfetti is 20. Yeah, he's 20, turning 24 this year. I think Lafreniere might be turning 35. 25.
35.
25. Let's see. He's 20. They're 6 months apart.
They're 6 months
They're
apart.
6
Okay,
months
so
apart.
so it's not that big of a difference, to be honest with you. But Perfetti is kind of showing a little bit more so far.
So last year we were projecting a breakout for Lafreniere. Is this the year he breaks out, or are we just starting to believe now like he's
Look,
a 55-point player, maybe 60-point player?
I think if New York bounces back this year, you could maybe see a little bit more from him. But I'm not really convinced.
I'm curious to see what it looks like with Sullivan as coach.
Yes, absolutely. And that's why I'm holding on to him in
He's
one.
he knows how to get his guys.
Yeah, the best out of
Yeah,
everybody.
exactly.
Okay, guys, let's hit final thoughts here. Vince, you're still playing with that list?
Yeah, I'm just doing something. It's all yours, baby.
Hit the music.
All right, then. Guys, thank you very much for staying with us. If you stayed this long, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our videos. We hope that we're giving you some entertainment as well as insight for your fantasy hockey leagues coming up this season. Guys, we're only a month away. There's already been the rookie showcase games going on. Demidog looks like a demigod out there.
Yeah.
But so hockey's already it's just around the corner.
It's just around the corner, and we're almost done our team previews. We have one division left, which is the best division in hockey.
The Atlantic Division is
Atlantic
coming up
Division.
next. Our ranking episodes will be split up between 106, 107, 108.
This was a lot of fun.
So this was a lot of fun. Make sure you go back and listen to the other ones as well.
A reminder, if you want our list, to DM us on our social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, X at Partial Break Pod. While you're scrolling through socials, don't forget to go to YouTube and subscribe to our channel and like. And
Join our listener league.
mama,
Guys, your spot's open. It's fun. It's barely costing you anything compared to other leagues. And we're just having, it's going to be a fun season. It's going to be a fun season. I'm really looking forward to this season.
and we're finalizing the details of our little internal draft here. That'll be
Yeah, we're going to have a fun little internal draft, kind of like a mock draft for the rest of you, but it's going to be fun.
guys. That does it, man. We wrapped up our rankings. It took a lot of work. We put a lot of effort into it. Hope it helps you guys out. And we'll see you when we preview the Atlantic. Peace.